I hope everyone is doing great today. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about it. Former Vice President and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden is making the same mistakes over and over. The media is calling it blunders, but I'm calling it he just saying his truth. He's stating what he feels. So on Thursday, he had a pre-taped talk with the National Association of Black Journalists and the National Association of Hispanic Journalists. So Joe Biden, it was all pre-taped and he said what he felt. And I'm going to quote you guys, so bear with me. He stated on Thursday, "What do you all know, but most people don't know? Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things." Wow. So these comments was it definitely hit home for just America in general. The Democratic Party, it definitely hit them, so everyone is nervous, but it hit most to the black community. So this is all about the lack of diversity comments that Joe Biden he said. And this is not the first time that he spoke down upon black Americans. Back in May when he had the interview with Charlemagne the God on a Breakfast Club, he did say on air, on on video that if you don't vote for him, you vote for Trump, you ain't black. And when he said it, I'm gonna tell you, it threw me off because I was like, what? You're just not expecting that to be said, right? You expect Trump to do stuff like this, but when it was Joe Biden, it shocked everybody and it shocked me. I was like, if you're not black, so they're expecting, the Democratic Party are expecting, because if you're black, you're going to vote for them. And I'm gonna say something. I think they're right usually, because black Americans usually vote Democrat, right? For the last 30-40 years they've been voting Democrat. So the Democratic Party has been taking the black vote for granted, right? And we're all starting to see that. I think we started to see that when Hillary Clinton ran back in 2016 election. We started to notice that then. But now with Joe Biden, he's a disappointment. I knew he was this way, but now a lot of people are seeing it, not just black Americans, Hispanics, white people, other Asian people are seeing who Joe Biden really is. And then, he was getting the criticism. Then he wants to come out, was it on Twitter, and say, he apologizes and he didn't mean it, that, throughout his career, he's known, black Americans, the black community. He said the African American community to be diverse. And I'm just like, don't apologize after you said what you said. You meant what you said, and stand by your words. You already, as a presidential candidate, you're lackluster. I don't think most people want to go run out to vote for you. I stated my view on it. I'm not going to vote for him. I'm not going to vote at all. Trump is definitely not going to get my vote. But Joe Biden, I'm going to sit this one out just because of him. And I stated this. If you guys haven't checked out the video that I did recently, the 1994 crime bill, that was a very big topic. I felt one of my best videos to say, because that meant a lot to me, what he's done to Americans, to the black community, and targeting them. And many of black people are in prison because of that bill that he drafted and he wrote. So when he said this to both of these entity journalists, how he felt, and it just resonated on who he's been, the policies that he's put in place as senator. And then he said many different things throughout the years, that he comes from a slave state in Delaware, and Delaware is one of the smallest states. He was just saying that was a big state for slavery. So he said a lot of different things throughout the year that went over a lot of people's head, that they didn't really think that, oh, Joe Biden can be a racist. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think that because he's a Democrat, but his policies they're not for black Americans. And and he stated with this whole diversity thing about, he feels that in Arizona, Hispanics could be one way in Arizona, and then in Florida they can be another way. So what he's trying to say is that there's so many different communities and ethnic backgrounds within the Latino community, from South America, Latin America, the Caribbean islands, in Spain, and just different areas within the globe, that they are different, and the black community aren't different. And I think that's a spit in the face of the black people. I think that is degrading. I think it's intolerable. I think it's so many things that we push back on, because when you think of black America and the black community, you don't just have foundational black Americans that are from America, that their families are from America, say for example New York, down south, California, Detroit, that they don't have any Caribbean background. So you have foundational black Americans, you have Caribbean black people, and and the people here, they could be first or second generation Caribbean Americans. Shout out to those people. You have different islands, Caribbean, Africa, in Latin America, Afro Latinos, they are black too. I know they don't want to consider themselves black, but they are. And so you have people just all across the world that are part of the black community, and for him to say it's not diverse, that is definitely not true. It's insulting, and I really hope black America sees this. And and again, it's not for me to make the video to say it. We all know what's going to probably happen. The turnout's not going to be good for Joe Biden, and I think Joe Biden knows that. He knew it before he said those comments, because again, guys, the 1994 crime bill has come up. It has come up with Kamala Harris. She brought it up. Other politicians brought it up. The critics brought it up. The media has brought it up within time. They brought this up. So I feel like Biden, he's not going after the black vote. He's like, they're not going to turn out for me. He's going after Latino vote. So he's so fake as hell. So he's going after the Latin vote. And to my Latin people out there, be careful with this guy Biden. He's gaming you guys. He's gaming us. He's like saying, hey, hey Dominican, hey Puerto Rican, hey someone from Spain, hey Guatemala, whatever. He's going after them and saying, I'm with you. You guys are diverse. You are America. You are what we need. You are the mixture. You are vibrant. You are everything, right? That's all game, guys. So you go vote for him, it's like he's gaming you too. So he's trying to play chess, but his mind is checkers. And guys, I don't care what anybody says. He's an older man and he probably has dementia. That's another reason why he shouldn't be our president. I think they should sit him out, because they threw out all of these damn candidates at us. They just wasn't good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Politics ain't the same no more. I don't know if politics was better before, but these candidates they threw at us, for 2020, they're just not that good. You guys tell me what y'all think. What candidate you think is really good? I think Joe Biden, he's definitely not mentally fit to be president. And it's sad to say, I mean, Trump is he's a clown, but at the end of the day, I don't know who's worse, Trump or Biden, especially for black Americans. See, listen, the black community, one thing I could speak on being the black man, especially for the black community, we know what we're getting with Trump. Everybody knows. They know, okay, Trump is, white supremacist and things like that, and we know what we're getting. But with Biden, he's a hidden white supremacist. But now it's starting to come out how he feels about black America. So he has that racism in him. So that's the thing, his is hidden. And plus he's trying to turn other ethnic backgrounds, ethnic people against black America. He's trying to turn them against him. So he's like, I'm probably not going to get the black vote. They're probably not going to turn out, and they're not I can't promise them anything. There's no agenda for them. So I'm gonna kick it with the Latinos. I'm gonna kick it with the LGBTQ. I'm gonna go kick it with them. I need their vote, which is crazy because the the black vote is a big vote in America. That, yeah, it might sound like what 13-14% of America, but that's 40 something million people, guys. Come on, that's a lot of black Americans. So you need that vote. And if black people sit out, you saw what happened with Hillary Clinton. A lot of people sat out. They sat it out. And even though she had 3 million more votes than Donald Trump, he won. But to go back on that topic of what black America expects, they know what they're getting with Trump. A lot of black Americans, they don't like Trump, and but at the same time they don't like Biden either. So, but I hear a lot of people like, but if you don't vote for Biden, then Trump is going to get us a second term. I'm in my head like, man, listen, whoever's not going to give my people, and they don't have an agenda for my people, I'm sitting it out. And I think that's the next time I'm going to vote. And I voted again, guys. I've said this in videos. I voted the last 3 elections of Obama twice. I voted for Hillary Clinton, and I felt like every time I voted, because I didn't understand politics as much. I thought I was going to get something in return, meaning myself, my family, the people that I love, friends or whatever, the community. We didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? And I come from the Latin background as well too, father Puerto Rican, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I play both sides. I grew up around that too. I grew up around black and Hispanics. I love everybody at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's like I look at black Americans. It's tough. It's tough for my people. It's really tough. And I understand their struggle. I know the struggle. I've been in the struggle. I've been poor. I know what it is to work at 10 years old and pack groceries and shovel snow in the neighborhood and try to make $1. I get it. I understand. And we just we need a change, guys, because if we don't get a change now, when the hell we gonna get it? When we gonna demand it? We gotta demand it now or never, because we gotta make it better for our children. So to get back on the presidential candidate, Joe Biden, Democrat. It's a joke. It's a joke. This man is close to 80 years old. And again, there's no thing with ageism with me. I want to be able in my life to grow old, right? But at the end of the day, I just think there should be a certain time that people get to run for office, because say what you want about Trump, he's in his 70s, somewhere in his 70s, 73, 74, but at the end of the day, Joe Biden has a lot of quote-unquote blunders. Every time he talks, that's why the Democratic Party don't even want him speaking, really. They're trying to hide him. He's hidden in his basement. Okay, because we're going through a pandemic, so he needs to be at home. He's an elderly man, but at the end of the day, when he talks, I'm listening, guys, because I love this game. I love politics, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, damn, God bless his soul. He can't speak because his mind is, that dementia is kicking in. It's kicking in. It's been kicking in maybe the last 2 years. And I'm like, how's a man that has dementia gonna run this country to be suitable, to be healthy minded? There's no way. There's no freaking way. Me personally, what I think, and I've heard other people say it as well too, he needs to sit this one out, and let's get somebody that can run against Donald Trump, and that can, if they win, do right in the country, and try to get us back to where we belong as a nation. But at the end of the day, I said this in another video, likely Joe Biden will win, because number one, we live in a democratic society, so he's likely going to win, because there are going to be a lot of people to turn out to vote for him because they hate Trump. But at the end of the day, it's not about, for me, who wins or not. I just think, like, if this picture him in the office, what is he gonna do? No, seriously, what is he gonna do? I really don't understand. I really don't understand what he's gonna do. I don't know. It's very, not just terrifying, it's disturbing, it's unsettling to think that, and the guy's almost 80 years old and he's gonna run this country. He might run it to the ground because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He barely could talk right now, and then right now, we've been all waiting to see who's his vice president pick who's he gonna select, which woman. Everybody's saying a black woman. I'm not a big Kamala Harris fan because what she did in California, we all know her, her policy she's put in place put a lot of black men in prison. A lot of people don't talk about that, but I know her record. I don't know. I think she could be a puppet. I don't like a lot of them. I don't know. I don't know about some of them. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren. She's all right. I'm not a big fan of her. I think she would do good. I mean, again, the Kamala Harris, I think that would be great just for, black society to see a black woman in office. I get that. What is it? It's like a trophy, like a signature, because it was like with Obama. We didn't know much about Barack Obama, but he was a black man, and I wanted to see it too. Just like mostly everybody, we wanted to see him in office because he was what we should strive for, what our kids should be, right? So, but Obama, when we think about it, he didn't do a lot for the people. He did a lot for the LGBT community and immigration. He did a lot for that. But when you think of the American people, like, yeah, and not to say LGBT, no shade at them. They are American people too. But I think he focused more on that. He didn't focus on the Latino community. He didn't focus on the black community at all. There was no agenda at all. When the black men were getting killed in the streets by police officers and shot, what did Obama do? He didn't do nothing. Him and Biden sat on their hands. That's what I feel. That's just my opinion, guys. But I want you guys to let me know what you thought about Joe Biden's comments about lack of diversity in the black community, and tell me what you think about that. Let's have a conversation about that. And do you think that the black voters will stay home, or again, we might do mail-in voting? Do you think that they're going to do their mail-in voting? Do you think they're going to send their ballots? Are they going to vote for him? What do you think? I think yes and no. I think they will vote because they hate Trump, and they like, and two, black people, another thing, they vote because they feel like I gotta vote. This is the American thing to do. My ancestor died to vote, and years ago we couldn't vote, and this is my constitutional right to vote. Guys, you've been voting. Let's stop all that. Let's stop that. Let's stop that talk. Let's stop that, man, because it's like that got old. That, to me, that got old a few years ago, because I used to believe in that. Oh, we couldn't vote. Our ancestors can vote. Okay, yeah. I've been voting the last few elections, and where the hell did it bring me and us? Nowhere. So we just need to listen. We're in August. We have another 3 months to make that decision. So this is a time for everybody that's, like, when I say on the fence, not on the fence who you're going to vote for, if you're going to vote at all, because you either you're not rocking with Trump or you're not happy with this guy Biden. You're like, and I don't want to hear people holding their breath and their nose to vote for him. We already did that with Hillary Clinton. We can't do it again. And my thing is not telling people to vote or not. It's more like, we need to, like, smarten up as a whole. We need to get more wiser and more educating ourselves to say, you know what, we need something in return. What are you going to give us? Listen, our vote, even though a lot of people say our vote is not worth anything, it's not powerful, it is powerful, guys. Believe me, your vote is very powerful. And if you hold that vote, you might see a big difference in the next election in 2024. And I know what you guys are thinking, but we can't wait. We need something done now. Listen, that's why it's called patience. You got to be patient to get what you want. The most patient people, they're the most successful people in the world. Think about it. Nothing happens overnight. But sometimes you got to do something drastic to get the results you want. So let's have that discussion, guys. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe below. And I have some more videos on its way to you guys. And keep supporting the channel. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace and love.